What's up? Hope everything is everything. Hope y'all can hear me. How's everything? Wishing you all the best. Thank you, Miss Caroline. Wishing myself the best. Wishing everybody the best. Wishing New York the best. Hope y'all are all right. Woo. All right. Hope all is well. Uh, got a few announcements. All that good stuff. Chicago Red, Chicago Red. Hello, everybody. Hope everything is everything. I don't know if anybody, hope people watched yesterday. Our first famous Fridays. That was a good movement. It was good. It was good. Yes, yes. What's up? What's up? How you doing? I don't know if Danny's still on, but Danny had a good. Danny been getting it, y'all. Good evening, Miss Jenkins. Good evening. Danny was she was on Fox. She's on Newsmax. So she was on live earlier. So shout out to Danielle and all those good things. Hi, Miss Deborah, right? Miss Deborah, how you doing? How you doing? Hope everything is right. Got a few announcements to make. And yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Usually I go on at 6, but on the weekends I'm gonna try to do 8 because I know Danny goes on at like 5. She probably still on now because she. What's up, Eric? She be on her immigrants. Anything you want to know about the illegal aliens? Danny is gonna tell you about the illegal aliens. And that's a good thing. But yeah, I wanted to get on here because a lot of people, say there's Chicago go red and there's Chicago, Chicago flips red. So I just wanted to let everybody know, like, my group is Chicago flips red. P Ray's group is Chicago red. I think Chicago go red, Chicago red. But again, we both are on the same mission. So I support her movement, what she's doing, and I am. My movement is 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 one of a kind. I mean, I started it. Just because I just saw that the Democratic Party was not good, and it was more of a, you know, it was more of a just like to let the government and let these government officials and stuff know that, like, we are the voice. And I just saw like it wasn't, I don't know, this wasn't like no grassroots movements, and it wasn't anybody like talking about no legislation, and it just I'm just tired of just seeing uh, Black Americans getting the crumbs, and I think there's a lot of people haven't spoken out, not because they're scared. I think a lot of people haven't spoken out because people have jobs, people have careers, people have children, people have bills, and when you were in certain places or you're dependent on a check or something like that, you really can't say the things that you want to say. And I'm one of those people that I'm gonna say whatever. That's how I was raised. Challenge things, to see things, and then this could have been my calling. Everybody has a certain calling. I think my calling was this. I think God prepared me for this. I was blessed to work with Dick Gregory for 4 years of my life. I was blessed to be in his presence and just get the knowledge and soak up the knowledge and just research the younger Dick Gregory, to the wisdom that I had being with him, and then understanding how he, people are like, oh, he's still mad or he's still going off, and I'm like, yeah, because they had a movement back then. Like, everybody had a movement. You had the entertainers. You had the sports. You had Muhammad Ali. You had Jim Brown. You had Ruby Dee. You had James Brown. Ozzie Davis. You had Malcolm X. You had Dr. King. You had Mr. Farrakhan. You had Elijah Muhammad. You had James Baldwin. You just had everybody. Miss Jessica says it the best. The first time I ever talked to her, Miss Jessica, on the phone, she said, everybody got to get to 4. It didn't matter how you get to 4 as long as you get to 4. So you had Martin doing his thing, Malcolm doing his thing, Mr. Farrakhan doing his thing, Fred Hampton doing his thing, everybody doing their thing. And that was the I love how I do stuff like that. I love how just the user's message will be hidden is great. But yeah, so when I'm in this movement, that's what I think about, and I think I have a mixture of just a lot of wisdom. I also have a mixture of okay, well, guess what? Now it's Chicago Red. There you go. Now you'll never be able to come back on BDBOB. You'll probably go get a new page. That's how obsessed you are. Look at that. Zoe is a clown. You done went and got a whole new thing. Look at you. That right there. That's serious. To go get a whole nother page. That's a weird person right there. But that just shows you that I'm doing what I need to do right. That's the beauty of this, right? You gotta understand, this is the beauty of all of this. I don't care about what none of these people say, okay? I know the power of us. I know the power of the universal God. I know the power of my mind. And I know that we are the chosen ones. And sometimes you just got to get everybody in formation. So Chicago Flips Red, we are a grassroots movement, and we are advocating for a political change in Chicago. And don't get me wrong, there's people that reach out to us in other cities and other states. Somebody just reached out to us in Houston. So the overall goal is for us to push a political change in the government. You know, there are people that are pro-government, there are people that are anti-government. There are some people that are, I run into a lot of, well, we don't need both, we don't need the government. And it's like, we need the government, okay? And it's not like we need the government in a way of like, please, give us what you know. No, we need the government. We have yet to demand what we need from the government. We also have never given the government our demands. See, this is not an asking thing, right? That's crazy. But anyway, that's a weird person. Anyway, we have never given any president, honestly, what we want, our demands. You know, I think even with the civil rights movement, the Civil Rights Act, you know, Ms. Doris says it the best. It wasn't that we wanted to be around other people. It was more of, I mean, you know, being around white people is more of we just wanted, you know, the same books as some of the white schools have and better accommodations, but we was fine where we were. And I think that is what I'm on. Like, I don't care to be integrated at all. Okay, but if we are going to be integrated with people, we do not need to be at the bottom of the totem pole, and that's the problem. We are not getting our economic resources, and you have people that are white that are saying stuff like, well, you know, these are handouts. No, these aren't handouts. Like, honestly, if black people held their dollar right now, the world would not be running the way that people would think it. Elon Musk, any billionaires, it's not that many billionaires for them to run the world. That's just what it is. You know, we are the culture. You know, we make the word cool. You know, we have flavor. We have culture. You know, we are the Bank of America. You know, we are America. And we just run away from things. Like I say, with the woke. With the woke, you know, the word woke, you know, the situation with the DEI, you know, they just keep drowning the whole DEI and all those things. And all we do is just keep running away instead of just standing on our stuff. And the reason why we keep running away is because it's something wrong with us. The fact that she keeps like, see, that's crazy. The fact that we continue to do this, that motherfucker is wild. I don't know what that is. That is somebody that personally knows me. Anybody that goes and makes all those pages, that's somebody that personally knows me, that probably smiles in my face every time they see me. Probably is a person that's down there at City Hall, because the fact that she went and is doing this like this, that is an altar person. That is a person that knows that they are one of the disgraced 50 and it's going down. But going back to, because that's not even a troll, that's personal right there. This is like her 6th page or their 6th page of doing that. That's a weirdo. But so going back to saying, so me doing this Chicago Flips Red is a movement that has to happen, will happen, because we have to change the landscape of politics. And the way that you change the landscape of politics is rebranding and branding. And that's what I'm doing. I'm in my own lane. I found my tribe that also understands what we are on and what I'm on. I'm focused on getting legislation on the federal level and state and local level, but mainly on the federal level when it comes to this freedmen of department that I am pushing for, and my group is pushing for. On a local, on state level, is pushing these aldermen out, some of these commissioners out, some of these state reps out, the senators out, our governor out, our attorney general out, inspector generals, they terrible too, you know. So moving them out, pushing this political pack, because that's another thing that Black America does not have. We rely on APAC. Well, I don't rely on APAC. A lot of people rely on this APAC. They rely on other people to fund them, and that's crazy to me when we could do it ourselves. So the Black pack is bigger than any pack, and they know that. The thing is, we're just not politically aware, or we don't want to, or politically lazy. You know, I remember a couple of my friends when last year, you know, I would speak up about politics, and they'll be like, I ain't got time to hear that right now, or I don't want to hear that right now. And so it's a lot of people that say stuff like that. I don't want to hear that right now. That is just too much right now. Oh my God, you know. And it's like, yeah, that's the problem. That's why these Indians is coming over here. That's why these Asians are over here taking over. That's why these Hispanics are pushing through the way that they pushing through, because we say stuff like, I just don't want to hear that. I just don't have time for that. Oh my God, I don't, that's just too much. These judges are getting away with everything because they got immunity, and we don't research the judges and stuff like that. So that's my growth. That's my lane. That's my lane, and that's what I'm doing with Chicago Flips Red. You know, and whoever else wants to be aligned with that. That's exactly how that works, and will work. Our website went up today, chicagoflipsred.com. It explains what the movement is. Also, I started a fundraiser for Chicago Flips Red. That's on there as well. And that's mainly it. That's crazy. But yeah, so yeah, I gotta get this moderator. What's his name here? Justin? Where he at? Yeah, when Justin get in here, I need to get this. But yeah, also, it just got to be some people that's willing to. There's a lot of people that don't know the law. We don't know the law, don't know how the law works, and that's insane, and that's crazy to me as well. We got to be more mindful when it comes to that. Why don't they teach law in school? They should. They need to teach a lot of stuff in school. But you know, my thing is, that's what we have to do. You know, when I think about history and stuff like that, when I think about school back in the day, when I was going to school, like, I had to come home, you know, and my mother would teach me different things and stuff like that. But exactly, Graham, they really don't. You're right. The law don't know how the law works. So yeah, so this right here is a mentally ill person. This is right here. So please welcome her. This is a person, or this person, they, them, that, whatever. I also believe this is a person that works down there at City Hall, and knows that they're probably about to go to jail, because a lot of them down there is going to jail real soon. The feds are coming. So this is just a distraction. So you guys, please welcome whoever this person is. But this is the fourth one. I'm gonna let this person do this, because this right here is why I do what I do, because that right there is crazy. But we as I also call like Chicago Flips Red a millennial movement, because yes, I am pro-black, and I am, pushing for a lot of situations, a lot of legislation when it comes to Black America, because clearly the representation that we have in office and had in office is a problem. And it's been a problem. It's going to be a problem. So the best thing that I know that I can do, and what my lane is to push. You can start it, Brandon. Why don't you start an education reform? Why don't you? I know what I'm starting. I already know what I have. I know what my movement is about. I know what I'm pushing, and that's how that goes. But anybody that's suggesting that we need something, that's the thing that you need to do. See, that's the thing that the Jews have, right? When the Jews want to do something, they go do what they need to do. You understand? Everybody does. They find their own thing. So if you feel like there needs to be some type of education reform, then that's what you should do. That's exactly what you should do. My thing mainly is addressing corruption in the government system. I also address the property rights. I also am empowering Black Americans, and then political awareness. When it comes to education reform, there are other people that do things like that. But I know that Dick Gregory has always taught me that if we would be more like the Jews, we would get a lot further in life. And that's what I'm pushing for, because those Jews, sometimes they may not even get along, but they still go hard. They still go hard for what they believe in. And that is something that we just do not do. So that is something that I recognize with the Jewish community. That's something that the Mexican community, the Latino community does it. The Asian community does it. The Indian community does it. We're the only community that do not stick together. I don't know why. I don't know what the issue is. And I'm not here to figure it out, because I'm not a psychiatrist or a psychologist. I know what I care about. I know what my family cares about. I know what my friends care about, and I want to align myself with people who understand their privilege. I understand my privilege. My mother understands her privilege. My family understand, the people that are in Chicago Flips Red, they understand that their privilege, and that is what I'm on. So I'm not going to. I don't accept just anything, and I think that's the problem. It's a lot of people that just accept things because they feel like this is how this was designed, or this is how this was set up, and yeah, that may be some truth to it. I'm not going to sit here and say that it's not. But if somebody would have kept the movement going when it came to King, when it came to Malcolm X, when it came to Baldwin, when it came to a lot of people, even Muhammad Ali, when Muhammad Ali got sick, and because he got hit in his head so many times, stuff like that. Where was the sports figures that was supposed to take on from Muhammad Ali? You know what I'm saying? It just stopped. Everything just stopped. And that's why we're where we are now. So now that I'm 38 years old, and I was 37 years old, and now I'm coming into this, and it's okay, what do I see that's wrong? And the first thing that I identified that something was wrong was the Democratic Party. I'm okay, the Democratic Party is trash, okay? And when you go back and look at your history, it's okay, this is why. And then you go back and look at who was in office, who's in office now, who's still been in office, Like Maxine Waters should be ashamed of herself. Like you've been around for everybody, King, Malcolm, Muhammad Ali, everybody you've been around, and we still where we are. You know, I'm trying to tell you, this person will come back with another one. So it doesn't matter, Chief. This is her fourth, fifth, sixth time. She's gonna keep coming back. This right here is a weirdo. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? She has a copy and paste. This is 6-1. You understand? So God bless whatever that is. They, them, them pronoun fighters. They're gonna do stuff like this. But this right here must be real personal, because that might have been after we did our first Famous Fridays, and so this might be a Hispanic KKK that's really going through it. So they're going to do another one after this. So Chief, that's just what it is. And Justin is not here. I said when Justin got on here, I was going to make him a moderator so he can take care of all these people, take care of this stuff. So when he gets on here, then I got him next time. But yeah, but we have to change the culture of politics. And so that is my goal. My goal is to change the culture of politics. And the way that I'm changing the culture of politics is with Chicago Flip Red. And I am more on my my militant shit. Like I'm not here to negotiate. I'm not here to sit down and talk. No. People been sitting down talking for a very long time, and we still ain't got nothing. So no, we are going to take. It's either you're going to give us what we want, or we're taking over the Republican Party, because the Democratic Party is done. So we're going to take over the Republican. We're going to take over the Republican Party, and if that's not going to work, which it definitely will work, it may be some people to be like, you know what? No, it ain't not that. Let me say it like this: we need to take over the Republican Party now. Don't take over we don't want to take over the Republican Party, because it may be some people to be like, I just can't vote Republican, but let's do independent, and I got money on independent. Because the thing with independent party is you coming in there with a couple of $1 to $2 billion, $3 billion. You know what I'm saying? We could do this because we just raised, well, I didn't raise anything for that lady, but y'all just raised $1 billion for Kamala. So if we can raise that type of money, then yes, we can do independent, and nobody can tell you nothing. But there's a lot of people that still have hope for the Democratic Party because they suffer from Stockholm Syndrome. And I don't suffer from Stockholm Syndrome, so that's not going to work. But when it comes to the Republican Party and starts locally, I know that Chicago Flips Red can get the south side of Chicago together, get us on lock, get us in those, get us in. See, she came back, Chief. This is how sick this person is. That's how sick that person is. But I know that I can get the south side, the north side, the south side, north side. P. Ray can get the west side together. You got, and we can take over Chicago. And so that's what I'm on. And that is a serious, serious thing. You understand? So that's how that works. And it will work. We have more than enough time. It's a lot of people that say, well, you need money, you need this, you need that. Yeah, but you need votes. See, that's the thing that people understand. Black people, we have our vote. We have our vote. When I did, what's her name? Jessie Fuentes. Her ward got 55,000 people that live in her ward, right? But only 9,000 people went out to vote. We have more than enough time to get the south side on board, the north side on board, all of those on board to vote the way that we need to vote. We're going to get the right candidates involved and all of that, those things. People need to understand that. we don't have to wait. You know, we got Trump got 4 years, right? And after that, he's done. So then they got J.D. Vance. Now, he may train J.D. Vance, and J.D. Vance may be a good candidate for the president of the United States, but I really don't rock with J.D. Vance. Okay, I'm gonna hold you. Like, even when he picked him as his VP, I was like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm glad it wasn't Tim Scott, it wasn't Byron Donalds, it wasn't Vivek Ramsey, whatever his name is, because I don't rock with him either. But I know that we can either run our own presidential candidate, presidential candidate for the 2028 election coming up as a Republican, and we also can run our own candidate for independent. And that's how that works. You know what else not doing shit for you? The Democratic Party that y'all still have hope for, because you have Stockholm Syndrome. That's the thing that you need to understand. So that's the thing. People always say, like, it's not going to be a change and all that stuff. Well, if it's not going to be a change, then hey, then go somewhere else, because I don't want to hear that. And that's the thing I think what irritates me more too, because when you got them negative Nancy's, or you have them people that say, well, the system's not designed for you and stuff like that, but then you're not out here fighting or doing anything, then yeah, you're part of the problem. You're part of the problem. You need to go to work every day, pay your taxes, talk that crazy stuff, and then say the same thing over and over and over again. So yes, it's not going to work for you. I know that if you got a mindset like I have, if you have a mindset like Dick Gregory had, that Malcolm X had, that Minister Farrakhan has, Elijah Muhammad had, Fred Hampton had, Huey Newton had, Assata Shakur had, like, then yeah, because I see it. I see it. Like, I see it. And so that's what I'm on. So yeah, if you don't believe it, then yeah, because then this first of all, this chat is not for you. This YouTube is not for you, and that's just how that works. That's the problem. We just sit and be like, I just can't. Oh my God, like neither party is gonna work for us, and da da da. The party's gonna work for us. We're lazy. We just allow anything to happen. That's the problem. Me, Miss Jessica was just 2 people coming down there. Now look what's happening. So what are you trying to say that now that we're prepared for what's going on? We got people that we got all the people upset. We got a person that's about to come in here in the next 5 minutes that called me an Auntie Tom clown that works. That I know for sure this is an older person that's going through it. Look up Operation Grey Lord. It's about to be another one of those. They don't know if they're going to pass this budget or not. Okay? They scared as hell. Them city council scared as hell to pass that budget because they know they done. They know they done. Because we all over the place. Yeah. That's how this works. That's how this works. This is how the movement works. Do you think when Malcolm X started fighting for liberation, when King started fighting for liberation, do you think they was sitting down worried saying like, I don't know, man. They saying it's not gonna work. Nah. They weren't saying that. They knew that what was going on was wrong, and they was gonna fight it. That's how this works. That's just like me just sitting around, just letting them just be okay with them just knocking my family building down and just, hey, y'all ain't gonna pay it. What are you talking about? You're not gonna pay it. Yes, you are. I don't care how much it is for. 10 billion, 3 billion, 15 billion. You shouldn't have knocked down that. Them people have been fighting for a long time. Them people they fought to get us to where we are now. The problem is you got people like Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, Maxine Waters, Cheryl, State Rep Cheryl Leigh, all them, even John Lewis, all them that did not pass the baton and keep fighting for us. They didn't do anything. They got in there and started selling us out. As long as they good, that's all that matters. Come out for Black History Month and say little stuff like that and say that, and then that's just it. Nah, that's why we don't got no legislation right now. We don't got no legislation right now. You got a lady, Sonia Massey. I was just talking about that with Miss Jessica earlier today. Sonia Massey, killer gets out, cop killer gets out. Yeah, I mean, not cop. The cop who kills her gets out yesterday. Ain't nobody still ain't talking about that. But Black Lives Matter in New York is ready to riot for Daniel Penny in New York City. Like, that's the problem, Thomas Parker. That's the problem. And it continues to be like this because we are. I don't know. Like, I don't want to call us slow, but that's what it's starting to give slow. It's starting to give everybody's got autism. Does everybody got autism? Because they say everybody got autism. So I mean, does everybody have autism? Is that why we can't like get to the next step? And then when you got people that are out here fighting for the next step, here comes somebody that starts saying, well, no, because see, we got to take it this way and this way. Where have you been at? You have not. Where? You haven't even been nowhere near. I don't even know you. I can't go nowhere. I'm going the right way. I've been doing this. The way that I've been doing it has been really well. The way that me and Miss Jessica been doing it, we've been doing real well, real well. We done made a lot of noise. We doing what we need to do. I got a person that's about to come out here in another 5 minutes. Call me Auntie Tom Clown. This is her 5th or 6th email and page that she makes. That's how. So you can't sit here and tell me that we're not doing what we need to do. We're doing exactly right. There you go. She done made it Brandon Johnson one. See how sick that is? That's power right there. This the 6th one that person has made. Now it's Brandon Johnson one. So you can't sit here and tell me that I don't know that I ain't got the power. That Miss Jackson ain't got the power. We got big power. Danny C, we got big power. Big power. I got a brain. I know the law. I'm not scared. And I love my people. I love my people, even the ones who do not love themselves. Because there's a lot of y'all that do not love yourselves, and that's the problem. That's why we can't get nowhere, because y'all don't love yourselves. That right there is really the problem. Y'all don't love yourselves. So that be the problem. So if you would love yourself and know your worth and know your privilege, then yes, you will see the top, because I see the top, and the top is beautiful. But it would be so much more beautiful if you would also see the top with me. So since you don't see the top with me, that's the problem. So you got people who do see the top with me, and we up there. So that's my thing. That's my problem. Yeah, I know that I'm gonna win my case. I know that Miss Jackson gonna win her case. I know that I know that I'll be able to help as many people that want to be helped, because that's the problem. There's a lot of people that do not want to be helped, or they don't want to, or like Miss Jackson say, they don't want to hold their own water. Yeah, you won't have to hold your own water. You won't have to hold your own water, but we're here to help. That's what it is. You know, that's what it is. You have to be like, yeah. That's the main thing that we don't do. So we gotta be on that. You know, you got people that will sit and will fight for Hispanics, will fight for the illegal aliens, will go off on you, will fight for Palestine before they fight for their own people. You got people that tell me, I know people right now that wants me to understand their movement, will go out and be out there fighting for Palestine, but when it comes to my housing, when it comes to the housing issue, they get clueless. What? And you want me to go out there and stand with Palestine, but you have yet to come and stand with me about what's going on with the property. They stealing black people property. No. So that's why I have created my own lane, Chicago Flips Red, and I am going to dominate. I'm going to dominate. Somebody said I need a bigger platform. My platform big. It's big. People hear me. The right people hear me. The most important people hear me. They hear me. I've been shadow banned, but I still go on and on and on and on. Right. I cannot focus on no other race but my own. I can't focus on no other race but my own. And that's just what it is. It's some people out here, honestly, that are going through some things it just stemmed from us being slaves. You know, like Miss Jessica say, it's some people that when you got freed, they still stayed on that. They still stayed on the plantation. These are the type of people you're dealing with. You're dealing with people who still stayed on the plantation when they were free. Those are all the people that are on the Democratic Party. All them blacks, the Democratic Party, that sit and praise the Democratic Party, and they can't even tell you why they over there on the Democratic Party. They mad as hell that she lost, but don't even know. Right now, they hate everybody. It's crazy. Happy holidays. Right, red wave. So yeah. Look at that. This right here is that's Jesse Fuentes. That gotta be Jesse Fuentes. Jesse Fuentes right there. Woo! That right there. I'm trying to tell you, that's mental illness. That is mental illness. Danny said to appreciate all your trolls. That one right there, that's an annoying one. That right there is mental illness. I consider myself a progressive conservative, okay? And I also consider myself a person who is not going to take anything. I'm just not going to accept anything. I know policies. I know my laws. If I don't know the law, I'm going to research. I'm going to continue to research. You do not need a degree to research, and you do not need a degree for common sense. And a lot of us need to understand that. Also, you need to realize that these politicians work for us. And because they work for us, they have to answer to us. And if they don't answer to us, then they gotta go. From the federal level, the state level, to the local level. The city of Chicago is going to, no, not the city of Chicago. Well, the city of Chicago is gonna pay. But Flip Chicago Red, and hopefully some other organizations, or whatever they want to call it. We a group, okay? We a group that's not going to tolerate the BS, okay? And that is it. Our voice, we have some of the most influential voices. We have some of the most confident people. We have some people who have common sense to the max, who will definitely understand that, and that is not scared to go against these politicians. That's the beauty of my group. The group that I have, we ain't scared to go up against these corrupt politicians. And that's the problem with United States of America. We do not go up against these politicians because we have normalized that the government is this, the government does this, the government did this. Like, if God ain't show you nothing this past year, I know for me, God has showed me everything that anytime I ever had even a doubt of me saying, I hope I'm, God, please be with me, because I know I'm dragging these Democrats, but something got to give. He always proves me right. Like, okay, yeah. The last thing was Biden pardoning his son. So it just shows me that yes, that I'm going in the right direction. As far as independent, I do think that Black America should go independent, but I also know that we can't even get 100 black people to come down to the city chambers. We can't even get 100 people to come down to the city chambers. So that is a problem, But so when people say that that we need to go independent, we're not ready to go independent yet. People scared to even speak up to their boss. I can't do that. We can't do that. We can't do a lot of things without being worried. So I think taking over the Republican Party, especially in Chicago. So Chicago, it can happen. People always say, Killer Mike, you say this all the time, like, we need to focus on your local government. And people used to always call him like crazy, and he was talking about. But you gotta focus on your local government. We focus, because that's what we fight. Me and Miss Jessica, Mr. Blakeman was down there, Michael's down there. We focused on the city in Cook County. We focused on that, and happened what's I guess what the ironic thing about Chicago is that City Hall is in City Hall and Cook County is in the same building. So you have LaSalle Street and you have Clark. You got 118 North Clark on one side. That is the Cook County side. And then if you go around the corner, go on the other side on LaSalle, that's City Hall. So everything is in this same building. So we're able to go to the Cook County community meetings and the Cook County board meeting, and we're able to go to the City Hall committee meetings and city council. So everything is in the same building. Everything is in the same building. So we were able to go to both of these. We would tackle the city and the county at the same time, sometimes in the same day. Sometimes we go to city meetings. Once we're done with the city meetings, we'll go down to Cook County, then go across the street to the Daily Center to one of the meetings over there. So, in doing it for 2 years, you get used to it. You know what's going on. You know the procedure. You know what's going on. You hear certain things. You look and you seeing who's coming to work, who's not coming to work. And then you realize that these people have no power, and they have no power because either they have stolen so much and they can't do nothing, or they just choose not to do anything. We're going to keep the corruption going. City of Chicago is known to have this. You can't fight the city. Even other people from different states will be like, man, Chicago hard, or Chicago the most corrupt city on the planet. And it's like, why are you I don't care. I don't care. These niggas owe my mother, and they're gonna pay. They're gonna pay, and they know they're gonna pay. And I was always on that. I didn't want to hear what nobody had to say about normalizing that and all that stuff. I support my life. My life matters. My mama life matters. My family life matters. My friends' lives matter. Miss Jessica lives matter. Her children's lives matter. My group lives matter. Everybody that's on here, their life matters. That's what I believe in. That Black Lives Matter thing ain't nothing. And if Black Lives Matter, if they really cared about anybody, Sonia Massey, people be talking about what's going on with Sonia Massey. Do I stand for black fathers who don't pay child support? I mean, that's a weird question. Do I stand for black fathers who don't pay child support? Do I feel like child support sometimes is insane? Yes. Yes, I do. Like the situation that's happening with Tyrese, how that lady's trying to get $100,000 a month and stuff like that. That's insane. Go get a job. Go get a job. Oh, understand? Or I say it all the time when it comes to child support. Right, Sonia Massey. If I had a child with somebody and they tried to take me to child support, try to take me to court for child support, and you're trying to get the judge to pay, order to pay you $100,000, $50,000 a month, $60,000, $30,000 a month. I'm coming to get my kid. I'm taking my kid. I'm getting custody of my kid and custody of the other kids that's in there too. So yeah. There's a lot of racism everywhere. But the racism happens because we allow it. That's the problem. We allow a lot of this stuff. I'm just not going to let nobody talk to me any type of way. I also know my rights. I also know my civil rights. I also know all of that. So yeah, I don't care about no racism. I say all the time, get racism in a bag. Yeah, I don't care about none of that. The city of Chicago, oh my mother. This ain't no racism. These is like we got 20 black aldermen who can't do nothing. Okay? We got a corporate council, black corporate council. She not doing nothing. We got a mayor who's black. He's not doing nothing. He got a senior advisor, a black man. He's not doing anything. So that don't really matter. And it's a Democratic city right here. So that doesn't matter. That's the problem. We got too many black people in these high places who are just as, you talking about racism, they worse than racism. That's the same, these people are supposed to be for us. Yeah, they suck. That's why they gotta go. They can't do anything. They can't do anything. Wednesday is when I already knew they was trash, but Wednesday, I really realized, like, it ain't no saving them. So, yeah. Yeah, so that's just what it is. I mind my business. My mother mind her business. People pay their taxes. People be doing all that stuff, and you sitting here fighting with the government about laws that they broke and laws that they put together. Y'all put these laws together. These y'all laws. These y'all policies. These y'all laws that y'all are breaking, and y'all don't want to pay nobody because y'all would have never thought that people would keep they evidence. That's the problem. I can definitely call myself a progressive conservative. Now, love my folks. You can go over there somewhere, though. Yeah, you don't have to be on here. Zoe's passionate, but y'all better get clarity on her stances. You can leave. Fuck, matter of fact, I'll help you leave. Weirdo. It's always an op. Always an op. It's always an op. It's always that someone comes and tries to infiltrate and all that. They've been doing it for so long. That's how that works. That's how that works. Hey, yeah, that's just how it works. It's a person that it's always going to be somebody that try to throw you off and do this and do that and act like that and all that. People need to understand what the word progressive means. They're using it wrong. And they've been using it wrong. There's not nothing wrong with being progressive when it comes to things that you are advocating for. Like me, I'm progressively advocating for housing. In my situation, them knocking down people's property. I'm progressively advocating for the Constitution that needs to happen. But I also have conservative values. It's just some people that are just slow. They've been slow for a very, 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 very long time. That's how the world works. Yes. Thank you, Tila. Exactly. Yeah. They done took it over somewhere else. They people down there. Rick. But yeah. We live in a weird society. You try to navigate through a weird society on top of arguing, going down, well, it is arguing with the people that are voted in that are supposed to make a change and difference in the government. And they're not doing it. They're not doing it at all. They sit here and say they organizers. They can't organize anything. They can't organize a rubber band. I organized 10 people to wear Chicago Flips red shirt and go down there and let them know ain't nobody playing with y'all. And they can't organize a meeting and try to figure out why are they trying to take Miss Jessica's house and why haven't they paid my mother yet? And she got all the evidence and they violated the 5th and the 14th Amendment. Nobody has yet to argue about that. Because they don't know how. Because they do the same thing. They will sell your house. They will sell your house. They will sell your land to the highest bidder. And they've been doing it for a very long time. And it's like, how dare you think you come down here and try to change the game? That's what's going on. But I'm going to progressively keep coming down there. I'm going to progressively keep calling them out. I'm going to progressively get them out of office. Okay? When I say it's going to be a time, it's going to be monumental when it's time for them to come up for re-election. It's going to be something. It's something that you're never going to see, never seen before. It's going to be great. It's probably going to be historical. It's probably going to be a documentary on it. It's probably going to be, because when I say they are getting out of office, they are getting out of office. You have a person coming down there for 2 years that I decided that I had to start my own movement because y'all have lost y'all minds. I would have never thought that I'd even be using the word progressive. I would have never thought that I'd be coming down there every day. I would never think that I'd be wearing Chicago Flips red shirt. Like, I am all the way in. Dedicated. Like, I am dedicated with getting them people out of office. How dare you try to mess up people's livelihoods? How dare you take somebody's generational wealth? How dare you displace Black Americans for some illegals? How dare you put us in $1.2 billion in debt? How dare you still try to raise property tax to 68%? I mean, that's $68 million property tax. Price still the same, but still. How dare you have $1.4 billion for epidemiology? How dare we have Tent City on the lake? The lake shore is the man. We got the best lake. Lake Michigan is the best, and you got Tent City over there because y'all done stole all this money. You keep talking about you doing this one shelter system. What are you talking about? When people have came down there and told you that the shelters got mold and everything else, not one person has spent $1 million on fixing up a shelter. Y'all crazy. So yes, I'm dedicated. Chicago Flips Red is dedicated with flipping them seats. Them seats gonna be flipped so fast. I'm trying to tell you, it's going to be monumental. It's going to be historical. They're going to be like, what happened? They're going to be like, I can't believe the news, everything. The news going to be looking for us. And I'm going to say, no. Remember, I need y'all to take that. Remember we were reaching out to you about our properties? Yeah, I have nothing to say to you. I have nothing to say to you. Okay? You saw what happened. You seen it. Out. All of them. Out. It's going to be yeah. Ain't nobody playing with them down there. They don't even show up to work because they know they in trouble. The half of the Hispanic KKK, they not showing up to work because I'm pretty sure they're heading back to their countries. I'm pretty sure they got some money together. They got some money. They got their money already together. They probably got their house over there already because they're going to jail. But they may not make it. They may not make it because they probably got a flight. They probably over there right now. Rosanna Rodriguez Sanchez don't even come to work no more. Carlos Rosa Ramirez be up there any other day. So yeah. Like, we have no social justice. We don't have no common sense. The fact that them people in city council will get up and, will get up and say the Pledge of Allegiance, will pray when you know that there's two people that have been coming in there consistently. How can y'all say for liberty and justice for all? How can you say for liberty and justice for all? All of them must go, and they are going to go. It's over. Andrew, find somebody else to talk to. Yeah, it's an act. They get paid crazy money. CTU and Brandon Johnson are close-knit. CTU called themselves trying to displace some of the... I don't care what she used. I don't got nothing to do with me. All I know is that she just as terrible as the rest. They all are trash. To be down there and to not care about constituents, to not care about your taxpayers that pay your salary, to be that content. they're not as comfortable as they was a year ago. So yeah, they're not comfortable at all. James, have a good one. Now you talking crazy. Ain't nobody standing with him. Bye. Yes, I just read that too. That's why he don't care. He don't care. We literally are governing ourselves. We literally are governing ourselves. Yes, he get a $5 million pension. He's only been a teacher for 4 years. They say he only taught 1 full year though. Then he decided to be a CTU. He decided to work for CTU as a organizer when it came to like legislation and stuff. And then now he makes 200 and what I think it's 272,000 dollars a year as the mayor. And now he'll have that pension, whatever that pension on top of his $5 million. So do you think he cares? No. That's why you gotta get him out. You gotta get him out. It's money. It's money, and it's our money paying for it. Our money paying for everything. If we stop paying taxes, I don't know what. But that people ain't gonna do that either. That's the problem. But my thing is we gotta push. And the only thing I know for Chicago is to get them people out them seats. Get them people out them seats, and it's gonna work. That's what it is. If more people will come out to vote, life will be a little bit different too. Niggas don't come out to vote, and I get it. Our vote doesn't count, or our vote doesn't work, or our vote doesn't this. You gotta vote and still push for change. We don't do nothing. We just pay taxes and complain. We don't do anything. If everybody stopped voting, the man of tungsten, but everybody ain't gonna do that. People ain't gonna do that. There's some people that's gonna vote because they feel like it's their duty to vote. They feel like their ancestors got us this far to vote. So the people that's just gonna vote. The thing is overturning the government. And overturning the government for me is to get everybody out of office and get new people in there that's not scared to challenge the system. And this is a different generation. This is a different time, and it can happen. The little bit of time that Chicago had saying we were flipping Chicago red, it almost happened. So imagine what 2026 and 2027 is going to do. A reset is needed. That's it. Yeah. Nancy Pelosi needs to go. Maxine Waters needs to go. But that's what we have to do. We gotta talk. We gotta get them out. And we are gonna get them out. But it starts here in Chicago for me. And hopefully other cities will see it and do the same thing. And it can happen. We gotta make sure you gotta, let me tell you something. I've researched these people's kids because that's another thing they're gonna do too. All these old corrupt politicians, their kids will start moving in. And we can't have another cycle of that. So that is something that you gotta change too. All types of legislation. What are you talking about? What give us policies? My policies, what I'm fighting for, my fight is for legislation when it comes to housing. How they just keep taking people's property. That's why. That's one. Housing. Housing and a department for freedmen affairs. That's what I've been on. So there you go. Those are the two that I fight for. Housing. Yeah, Lisa Madigan, but they got her out of there. She was about to get in some trouble, and she had to get up out of there. Affordable housing is money laundering. And your last name is Molina, so you're probably Hispanic, and I don't do black and brown. Okay? So I will break that down to you, okay? Affordable housing is money laundering. They're stealing black people's property. They're unlawfully demolishing property, and the Democratic Party don't talk about it at all, Federico. Okay? So when you start figuring out that affordable housing is is money laundering, a money laundering tactic, it ain't no such thing as affordable housing. Because if it was, they would have not taken my property. They would have, knocked it down. They would not have knocked down all the projects. The projects was there for a reason. They knocked down all the projects and got everybody out here scattered. It's weird out here. Okay, that's for TIF money and all that. It ain't, this was that. Now that, they had all this plans. And now people starting to see it and they think that they're going to continue to allow this to happen, but it's not, okay? What Bill always said to stop the bleeding was putting a Trump on office. Now people don't know what they're gonna do. CHA been sitting on units. They use some of their units as offices. They've been pushing seniors out. CHA is a criminal organization. CHA is a criminal organization. That's why, what's her name? Tracy Scott, hurry up and got out there November 1st because they was coming for herself. But that's another thing. She comes from Minneapolis. She messed up Minneapolis CHA. There's another one she messed up. The same with Paul Valens. A lot of people didn't vote for Paul Valens because he went to different cities and messed up their school district. You have to pay attention to what is going on out here. With the row houses, there's a few people that's still living over there in them row houses because they know, clearly they know they law or they know that they can't move them. So because they can't move them, they can't knock it down completely and do exactly what they've been doing across the street. Across the street, because see, what's his name? Barnett. Walter Burnett, he gave all of Cabrini Green to Peter Halston. Peter Halston has all of the Cabrini Green. Anything that's over there, all those buildings over there is Halston. Halston Management. That's Peter Halston. His wife, Peter Halston is a white man. His wife is a black woman who was a lawyer. Okay, and they got all that over there. Walter Burnett sold all of that to them. Gentrification. Gentrification is terrible. Gentrification is terrible. But I also know that gentrification is detrimental on our part. Okay, because they're doing it. They did it. Well, they did it last year. We're pushing all these Venezuelans over there. That's why. I'm not, look, Frederick, look, Molina, you got like one more time. Ain't no playing no white, you know what I'm telling you know what's white supremacy? You know what's white supremacy? You know what's playing the white supremacy? The Hispanic KKK that's down there. The Hispanic KKK, they assimilated into white supremacy. Just like every other country, every other nationality that come over here. These Indians, all these people. We still at the bottom of the totem pole because y'all got people believing that black and brown is supposed to work together and we're supposed to all work with them while y'all getting everything and we're not getting anything. Please. That's the problem. That's the problem. It ain't no black and brown. I don't want to hear about no white supremacy, anything. Let me tell you something. Black people can't even. I'm gonna be a buck with you. We can't even be. We can't be racist. Y'all taking everything. We just fighting about it, and we have the right to say something. Black people, we have the right to make y'all uncomfortable. We get y'all uncomfortable because we speaking the truth. Anytime we speak the truth, then that's when y'all sit here and say stuff like, it doesn't matter what color it is. It doesn't matter if you're white, purple, or blue. It doesn't matter da-da-da-da-da-da. It doesn't matter this. It doesn't matter that. Yes, it does. It does matter. It does matter. Y'all stay on y'all side, and I'm going to stay on my side. The Venezuelans should have never came over to the south side. They should went right over there to Pilsen. Should right over there with all the people, all the Hispanic KKK that pushed for Sanctuary City, that pushed for them to come here. They should have all went over there with them. But they didn't go over there with them. You know why? Because it was a money grab for them, and they knew that them Hispanics and the Mexicans and Venezuelans did not get along. That's why they secretly started to execute them, because there's a little mini war going on over there, but nobody don't talk about it. But that's what's going on. But they came and they brought them over to our community and thought that was going to be okay, and we weren't going to push back, which we did. And people sit here and say stuff like, that's non-black, that say stuff like, I just don't understand why we can't get along. What are you talking about? We can't get along. We can't get along because y'all keep taking everything from us. That's why. And giving it to y'all peoples. Y'all come over here, y'all take whatever, and don't never reach back. Y'all don't reach back. We always giving y'all everything. Even when them Venezuelans was at them police stations, we were going over there giving them blankets and feeding them and all that type of stuff, because we felt that's what we do. We accept everybody. But then as soon as somebody starts bringing this stuff up or saying shit like, this don't make any sense, or why we like this, then it's always somebody coming in here saying stuff like, see, you're being racist. You're being racist. I'm not being racist. Yeah, as long as we don't get anything, everyone is happy. You're absolutely right. But this time, we are coming and we're getting everything. And that is something that you need to be I don't care, be afraid or don't be afraid. This is our country. We built this country and we coming to get everything. And that is on Abraham Lincoln and the Emancipation Proclamation. Okay, well, you the only one. You know what you remind me of? You remind me of when I see a white homeless man outside. Why? Why are you white and homeless and outside when you definitely with that Social Security card, that Social Security number that's for you, can go get you anything you want? I don't want to hear about any of that. Every time. You don't get nothing. Well, I'm sorry that you're the only Hispanic that I know. I promise you, I promise you, you can go get you the migrant package. Frederico Molina, I guarantee you can go get you the package. They're not even going to ask you no questions. You go in there and speak Spanish, say you don't care, say you don't know, it just got here. They're going to give you the whole They're going to give you the whole migrant package. They're not even going to ask you. They're not going to ask you anything. They're not going to ask you one thing. They're going to give you rental assistance. They're going to give you $1,000 a month in food stamps. They're going to give you cash assistance. They're going to give you they're going to ask you any place on the South Side. Just pick it. We'll take care of it. Pick what you want. You want to be in South Shore? You want to be in South Shore? Yeah, just go pick something. We got you. We got you. Healthcare, everything. Ballin'. You got until January 20th, though. Free college, free everything. Y'all here talking about, I was born here, I didn't get anything. I didn't get anything. I didn't get it. Yes, you do. Take Monday morning, go to the aid office. I promise you. They'll give you the migrant package, and then go to Northwestern and pick anything you want. If you hurry up and get whatever you need right now, because January 20th, it's done. It's done. They'll ask you like free, free friends. They may give you a free house. You may get a free house too. You better go take advantage of this. You bothering me? You need to be right now getting online and printing out your applications and your forms to get ready for Monday. All you got to do is just pass. They got 2 lines. They got a line for the American citizens, and they got a line for the Hispanics. You can take yourself right over there. I'm angry at the system, but blaming immigrants. It's always, all right, talk to yourself. The Hispanic KKK is the problem. The immigrants, I got no issue with no immigrants. Okay? That's number one. The immigrants that's coming over here, a lot of them money was stolen. See, that's what you need to understand. I come from New York. New York, full of immigrants. African immigrants, Hispanic immigrants. I grew up with them. Dominicans, Mexicans, Dominican. I went to school with a lot of Dominicans, a lot of Africans. Right. The issue is that this time it was in our face, right? Because, and I said this all the time. This was because the universal God had to figure out what could they do, what could he do, or they do pronouns. Some people say God, universe God is a woman. Could show black people that the Democratic Party does not care for you, and you're going to keep voting this way for a group of people who now have put y'all black Americans down at the Negroes, down at the bottom, okay? Down at the bottom. We don't let the Jews get up here. We don't let the Asians get right here. We don't let the Mexicans get the Mexicans get right here. We got the East Indians right here. We got white America right down here. When I say white America, like the trailer park trash and stuff like that. And then you got us right down at the bottom. We're still at the bottom. Then you got LGBTQ that's somewhere in there. And so the only thing that God could say, the only thing that they could do to show us was, let's open up the border and then we're going to give them all this money in your face. Your tax-paying dollars in your face. Yes, you're getting displaced. Yes, you only can get $150 in food stamps. Yes, you have to pay for Medicare. No, yes, I understand that you have stage 3 cancer. I understand that, but if your insurance does not pay for it, we don't care. Die, because we have to give this money to Ukraine. That's what we have to do. We have to give this money to Israel. We have to do this. So that something for us to start paying attention, right? Something for us to start paying attention. So on top of people arguing about stuff that doesn't make any sense, we getting railroaded, and then you got people that got common sense that see that this is some BS. Then you got people who are actually fighting the system, fighting the establishment. They're seeing it's some BS. We fighting so many fights. We fighting so many fights. We fighting the fentanyl crisis. We fighting our children not going to school. We fighting the housing. They stealing our properties. We're in generational wealth. We fighting health crisis. We fighting. We not getting heard on no. We ain't getting heard at all. This is the first time that we've been getting heard, and it's because we are challenging and we are standing up for ourselves and saying that no, we're not doing the Democrat party no more, and give all the reasons why. I got a list of reasons why the Democratic Party is done. I don't care about your faves. I don't care about what they pay my student loans. Oh, who cares? Niggas can't eat. Niggas can't even get their medicine. People have surgeries. They cannot even afford it. That man got killed the other day. Brandon Thompson. Brian Thompson got killed the other day. And I say, yeah, people pissed off. You gonna come in here and let a whole bunch of people that haven't put a dime in this country get whatever? Yeah, I grew up. Yeah, I don't have no issue with no immigrants. Get what you get. You know, come over here. Get what you gonna get, but you're not gonna get no. They're giving these people so much money that they starting their own businesses tax free. It's a Venezuelan restaurant that opened up on the north side. It's a pizza place. If you see how this pizza look, they need to be shut down. They're out here giving this pizza that these Venezuelans is making needs to be shut down. But they ain't paying nothing. They got all the money to open up their own pizzeria. You had all summer. They got tacos and Spanish corn and ices, and they stealing from Macy's all summer and get everything. Get everything tax free, and we just supposed to just sit here and just allow it. It's a humanitarian crisis. It's a humanitarian crisis. Our tax dollar watching it, and we just gotta allow. We just allowing it to happen, and we can't say nothing, because if we say something, then we racist. Are you crazy? Are you nuts? I'm gonna say a lot. Say a lot. Yeah. Y'all can't settle my case. My mother was in the hospital two times. Okay, I'm paying $500 a month in storage in Atlanta. Okay, because I'm out here because it's going on 2 years. It's 2 years. Y'all can't settle my case, and my mother has all the evidence, and we have all the laws that y'all violated, and you can't settle it. But y'all are $1.2 billion in debt for taking care of some people who haven't put a dime in this country. Are you crazy? But we're gonna still vote. You gotta vote for Kamala though. You gotta vote for another immigrant though. Even though they got so many immigrants in the Democratic Party, that's why it's an immigration takeover. But you gotta still vote for Kamala, because she'll be the first Asian, Black, everything. It's like 13 things she'll be. Get out of my face. You and Kamala and Doug and them kids can go to hell. How about that? Then you want somebody to just accept that you can't help us. Just accept that you can't help a citizen. Okay? You can't help me. Y'all don't know how to help a United States citizen with the paperwork, with the evidence, with everything showing that y'all broke the law, the government broke, y'all broke y'all own law. Y'all can't help me in no type of way, but I'm supposed to understand that I'm supposed to understand that these people that's coming over here from these other countries they deserve a better life. And I'm supposed to be like, okay, all right, you're right. Yeah, okay, right. I know y'all knocked down my building. I know that. You knocked down my building. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, it's cool. Cause yeah. While I'm watching all of these new businesses have taco stands everywhere, I don't even like tacos no more. Taco stands everywhere, slushies everywhere. They got businesses everywhere. They got the immigration lawyers making money, making millions and millions of dollars. The immigrants is suing Home Depot and CPD because they don't want them standing in front of Home Depot. But I can't get no help. What the? Come on now. Yeah. Shooting at the house party. And they say they was in there prostituting. The girls was in there prostituting. They get away with everything. Free prostitution, everything. I ain't never seen nothing before. They out here selling hella drugs. We got 300,000 migrant kids missing. Ain't nobody talking about it. I can't get the city of Chicago to settle my mother's case, and y'all violated all of those. You violated the Fifth Amendment and the 14th Amendment, and we have all the evidence to show you. But you got 20 black aldermen down there who are useless. When I say useless, they are, man, how can I describe the 20 black aldermen down there? The 20 black aldermen down there, they're definitely going down as a disgrace 20. For real. Like, this disgrace is not even, that word is too nice. Like, that word is too, like, they are pathetic. Each and every alderman that's black down there is pathetic. 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 I have never met 20 black people in one setting that is pathetic. Crazy. Never in my life have I met how can you be that useless? How can you be that useless as a black person? You've got AKAs that's down there, that's pathetic. You've got lawyers, black lawyers that are pathetic. You've got black accountants that are pathetic. You've got black HBCU people that are pathetic. How pathetic you can't get no more pathetic than them niggas. They are, when I say I hate after Wednesday, I hate them. I don't want them ever to speak to me again. When I say if they go to jail, they go to jail. I don't care. How pathetic can you be as a black person in that type of position? But now I understand why the South Side and the South Side looked the way it looked. It ain't never gonna change because you've got those type of people that's in there. Like, insane. Songs Sword, 87. He has a black person in his cabinet, you idiot. His name is Scott Turner. That's number one. Number two is, we don't care if you're shot. I don't care if he has not one black person on there. I just explained that we have 20 in city council who are pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. They are the worst of the bottom of the bottom. They are worse than that. They're the most worst thing ever. Like, they're more work. Like, I can't even talk because that's just how bad they are. Like, the bottom of your shoe, like after you come in, if you got anything on the bottom of your shoe, like that's how bad they are. That's how bad they are. I've never, ever witnessed witness anything like this. Like, how do you be that terrible? Like, how do you not have, how can you be that useless for your own people? How can you be that useless for your own people? I can't wait until Miss Jackson pick whoever she picks out for the next Famous Fridays, so we can continue the Famous Fridays until the feds get here, because the feds are coming, and I'm pretty sure a lot of them know that down there. And you're absolutely right, Jamie. You're absolutely right. You're right. You're absolutely right. But guess what? They're getting out of office. They're getting out of office. I said I wanted my case settled by Christmas. It's not going to be settled by Christmas because they have no idea what to do. They don't even know how to ask questions to advocate for you. They don't even know how to advocate for you. They'll never know how to advocate because they came in selling us out. You understand? The cycle continues, right? So you got to break the cycle. And I'm going to break that cycle. I'm going to break that cycle. I know I'm going to break that cycle. The cycle's done. It's over. It's over. Yeah, it's over. It's over. I ain't got nothing to say to them. I don't want them to speak to me. I deleted all of them that I had in my phone. I deleted them out of my phone. I don't want nothing to do with them. I have never ever. That's what y'all suck. Y'all suck. Y'all don't represent me. I don't want to be affiliated with y'all. Y'all don't even know. It's 20 of y'all. Y'all praise that Black Caucus for what? The Chicago Black Caucus is a fraud. Just like y'all are a fraud. A lot of y'all family members were frauds. The corruption cycle continues. Y'all getting up out of there. Y'all getting up out of there. I'm gonna help. I cannot wait. When the feds come in there, I'm gonna be right there next to them. Like, yup. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Yup. Anderson, yup. Feds was went and got hurt. Yeah. Chicago next. Yeah. I don't know if I got my little website. We got our website now, ChicagoFlipsRed.com. Please go there. Support the movement. Get ready. It's going down. Ain't nobody playing with these people. We organize, baby. We organize. Ain't nobody playing with them people down there. We got social media. We got our town halls. We have access to a lot of important people. Yeah. No. And we got, but who we got the most? Universal God, my ancestors. I got Mr. Gregory that's standing with me, that's standing by me right now, explaining me, telling me what to do, guiding me. They're getting out of office. Out of office. Well, yeah, please go to the website. Email information, all that there. Yes, all hands on deck. All hands, yep, Malcolm Harriet, Ida B, James Mr. Baldwin, Fred Hampton, Muhammad. Yeah, ain't nobody playing with these people. Yeah, ain't nobody playing with these people. And I was telling in one of my podcasts, I have a podcast too called Dick Gregory Taught Me. And in one of my podcasts, I was explaining that, like, we don't gotta be out here like in the masses like what we had to do, growing up. Like your parents, your your grandparents, your great grandparents, all that. We got social media now. We have our vote. Our vote is important. You understand? If we hold 15 million people held their vote, a number amount of people voted red. A number amount of people in Chicago voted red that we almost flipped Illinois red. All we got to do is be politically aware. We're not politically aware. That's why I'm going to do my part in letting us know, and letting us, and I say myself too, because I'm learning, I'm educating myself, all that. We got to be politically aware. We have to be politically aware. We cannot continue to let these people get in office and then do us dirty. Do us dirty. Yeah. I was watching let me see. Danny does this all the time, so let me do this. I was sent this earlier today.
So the question was, out of the entire world's population, what percentage is white? There are people who said 60, 80. Somebody even said 90. Do you know what the real answer is? It's 7%. 7%. That means they don't even have the numbers to keep up white supremacy. What that means is either we're letting them keep it up or we're actively helping them keep it up because they don't have the manpower to do it by themselves. What if we all collectively said, I don't want to be in a place or support the ideas of white supremacy? It would be over. There's too many of us versus them. It would be over. This is such a game changer for me. This is like a moment where I heard the word colonizer. Or even when I saw how they treated Barack Obama and Michelle Obama. 7%? They're only there because we keep them there. That's crazy! So the question was...
Now, the whole Michelle Obama and stuff, that's here or there. But the fact there's only 7% is why I ain't trying to hear nothing. Okay? I ain't trying to hear anything. Because the next people that were going to keep up white supremacy was these Hispanic KKK. And a lot of them are in Congress. And they are on the Democratic side. They were already trying to change history, say stuff like the Latinos was on them buses and all them weird ass stuff and all that, those type of things. John Leguizamo got crazy. We got the Hispanic KKK that's here in Chicago talking crazy and acting crazy and demanding things and putting their peoples in positions and pushing us out and all those things. So that was next, and it cannot happen because I say it ain't no black and brown. And I don't want to be affiliated with anybody that thinks that it's going to be black and brown. It ain't no black and brown, baby. It ain't no black and brown. If it was black and brown, the brown that's down there at City Hall would have taken care of me and Miss Jessica case too. Ain't nobody taking care of it. The black can't do nothing because they just slow and then turn them and then sold themselves out to the highest bidder when it comes to developers, and the Hispanic KKK is not going to help because why should they? If your own people won't help you, why should we help you? We help our peoples. Why should we help you? You got 20 black aldermen. You got a black mayor. Why aren't they helping you? So it ain't no black and brown. So that's how that works. That's how that works. So we gotta do this ourselves. And that is what Chicago Flips Red is about. I'm about us first. Allies are welcome, but this is about us. And that is what my movement is about. And I hope that you continue to follow it. I hope you support it. I hope that you come to our events when we have events. I hope you listen to our podcasts. I have The Great Taught Me, our YouTube lives. You got Danny. You've got Miss Jessica. Me and Miss Jessica do Friday. I hope you hear what we say on that mic while we down there at City Hall. All of that. You know, that's supporting, that's helping, that's sharing, that's getting it out there. We have Flip Chicago Red on X platform. But yes, that's how that works. We got a lot of allies in Chicago. One of the most beautiful things about Chicago is you can speak about your race, right? You can say black Chicago, you can say white Chicago, you can say Hispanic Chicago, you can say Asian Chicago, and everybody in Chicago will get that and understand that you standing on what you believe in. That's one of the most beautiful things about Chicago, about the segregation that's in Chicago. So the fact that these Hispanic KKK that came in office, that's primarily Puerto Rican, which is crazy. That's why I said I gotta really look up and really do my research on this, because it's a lot of these Puerto Ricans that's pulling this, that is pushing these people in our communities, but not putting it, but they're not going into their communities. And yeah. So I'm just saying, something ain't right. But we got it. We're going to take care of it. So yes, any questions before I leave? I won't be on here tomorrow. Monday, I will be with the Border Czar, Tom Holman. They have an event here. Me, Miss Jessica, P. Ray. See if Danny will be there as well. And then on Tuesday, I'm doing a special live with a girl named Tiara that has this case. Well, her boyfriend has this case, and it's a crazy case, and it's against the police, but this is not about this will not be about bashing the police, because I am pro police. It's just about it's the hypocrisy when it comes to like the Black Lives Matter, the civil rights movement. I mean the civil rights lawyers and all that, like the fake hours. Basically, what I've talked about when I was on the Breakfast Club about the hashtag package. So So yeah, so that's gonna be at 6 p.m. on Tuesday. So please tune into that. And then we got Friday, Famous Fridays, and on Monday, Miss Jessica will be picking out the hat. So we'll see who the next person is. So, yep. So yeah, it's about us only. You're absolutely right. Yes, it's about us only, and that's what we get into, and we will get to that. And people who are not for us, they gotta go. They gotta go, and we gotta start calling them out. Calling them out as soon as it get crazy, because that's the problem. People weren't calling out Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, Maxine Waters, all them old has-been sellout coon people. So they still out here. I'm getting the Joanne Reeds, the Tamika Mallories, all them people out, right? They gone right now. Any Black Lives Matter people, all them people. We calling them out right now. So when we get 50 and 60 years old, all our kids, all them people know that those were sellouts and has-beens and stuff. We're not going to let them continue to flourish and act like they really was out here saving the community and stuff. Because rocking with them is going to be the United States is going to be Mexico. The United States is going to be Mexico and China. And messing with the Democratic Party. This state, this country will be Mexico and China, and we have those weirdos who are so-called activists in this day and age who don't do nothing for us. So we're gonna call them out real quick right now. We're calling all the coons out, getting them all out the way right now. Get them out, because they ain't doing nothing. Ain't gonna do. Tamika Mallory don't do nothing. Tamika Mallory is a waste of time. Ben Crump, a waste of time. Angela Rye, a waste of time. Tiffany Cross, a waste of time. Andrew Gillum, a waste of time. Jasmine Crockett, a waste of time. Hakeem Jeffries, a waste of time. Joanne Reed, a waste of time. Abby Phillips, a waste of time. Roland Martin, a waste of time. A waste. D.L. Hughley, all of them. Luke Plies, all of them. So we're going to get rid of them right now. They're done. They're done. We're teaching our kids that they were not for these people like this. People like anybody that's associated with these people, run. The Black Caucus, NAACP, all them. They're done. Chicago Urban League, yes. All of them. Every black person in Democrat leadership in Chicago and Illinois gotta go. Stockholm Syndrome is really serious, and the Democratic Party, anybody that's a Democrat has Stockholm Syndrome. Any black person that praises Joe Biden has Stockholm Syndrome. You can't argue with anybody that got Stockholm Syndrome. You can't argue with them. You can't argue with them type of people. Why would I argue with a person who praises Joe Biden, who just pardoned his son, and he co-sponsored the 94 crime bill? How do y'all excuse that? That's how you know they slow. Them was the same ones that when Oliver Twist, I don't know if you guys ever seen Oliver Twist, but when Oliver Twist went to the guy and asked for more porridge. More, sir. What? Can I please get more, sir? elected official, and Oliver Twist is y'all niggas. More, sir. What? That's exactly every time I see anybody that praises or defends the Democratic Party, defends Joe Biden, I think about Oliver Twist. I think about Oliver Twist, and that is exactly what that is. More, sir. More. What? That's that's real shit. Like, it's sad, yo. I ain't never seen nothing like that. But you know what's worse? Seeing so many black men praise Biden. That is sick. If that ain't the most Samuel Taylor, that isn't what the most Samuel, because that was Samuel Jackson's name in there, Samuel. If that wasn't the most Samuel thing, I don't know what else. When black men praise Joe Biden, I don't want to be associated with you. You a weak man. I don't want to be around no weak men. You're a weak man. You won't be able to really protect us. How can you protect a woman when you praise Joe Biden? You protect how? Any black man that praises Joe Biden, I don't even want no parts with you. We don't gotta talk. You don't gotta talk to me. I don't gotta talk to you. You weird. Right. Domestic violence over a white man. Yeah. Don't you talk about his master. Don't you talk about my master like that. Don't you talk about my master. Don't you talk about my master now. That's my master. Don't you talk about my master. You a coon. Don't you talk about my master. Don't you talk about my master. He told us. If we don't vote for him, we ain't black. Don't you talk about my master. Talk about my master. That's what we dealing with out here. So you think I'm going to sit around people like that? That is absurd. That is sad. That is a mental illness. That is why we are still at the bottom of the totem pole, because you've got men like that who think like that. And women keep giving them vagina. That's y'all fault. Stop having sex with men like that. If they praise Joe Biden, stop having sex with them. Please stop having sex with these men who praise Joe Biden. Or anybody that's like Joe Biden. Them ain't the men that you want to have be in bed with. That's not the energy you want to share. Okay? Them the ones that's going to call the police and run. They're going to run and leave you there. Them type of men. We got to. You got to, Sonya, but it's so many black people that are having stuck in their head that we're all humans. We all need love. We all have to help. So again, you gotta separate yourself. What up, Skills? So yeah, you gotta end up separating yourself. You know, that's how that works. You ain't gonna be able to save them all, Sonya. And and honestly, I am not in. Dick Gregory taught me a lot, and I'm not going to lose my mind trying to save these people who have Stockholm syndrome. That's dumb. So the ones who are coming are going to come. We are going to get what we need and what we deserve. And then that's that. And the other ones, are, I love us all. So, if they decide that they want to, they care about themselves and they realize that they were lost in a trance, because they can't trance, then hey, come on. But until then, yes, some will be left behind. Harriet Tubman taught us that. So yeah, I'm not in the. Mr. Gregory was mad in his 80s, his early 80s, because people would ask questions like, well, what are we supposed to do now, sir? And he looking like, what the fuck do you mean? What are we supposed to do? What do you mean? I was there when the movement happened. You saw what we did. You saw the needle we pushed. You saw that we pushed, and you sitting here asking us, you asking me, what should we do? And at this time, this was when who just got killed? It was not Laquan McDonald. It was another person who was just killed. Another guy that killed by the police. And they asked, and that's what he said. Like, y'all sitting here asking, what do you mean? What do you mean? So yeah. But so to conclude my live today, I want to let you know that Chicago Flip Red is a great movement. It consists of, we have 15 members, and we are organized, and I have my plan of what I'm pushing for, and Dexter Reed, man, that's a whole nother. Don't get me started with the Dexter Reed thing, because ain't no way in the world. How y'all settle that case before you settle my mama case? And he shot at the police first. Like that's a whole nother, man. I'm just trying to say, like, it's all messed up out here, man. Money laundering. So yeah, I can't. That get me started. But yeah, I got my movement, got my group. We getting these people out. We our next event that we're having is my birthday is in January, so I'm having a birthday fundraiser. Skills, if he's still in here. Me and him put together a series of. He's a dope artist. He's a dope painter. He painted Dick Gregory for me. We're putting a series together of paintings, and I would like y'all to come, and we're just gonna talk, and we're gonna get this stuff together and all that. If you hear that snoring in the back, that's my mama, and that's that. Is that. We gotta get off here, but yeah, Jam Aquarius. So we will be announcing the day of that, and I hope that you guys can come and be a part. Please go to ChicagoFlipsRed.com if you want to know any more information. Please sign up. If you want to get newsletters and all those things. We also have a Chicago Flips Red fundraiser going on as well. And that's it. You follow me on social media. I will be back on here on Tuesday. And that's it. Monday, we're going to go see Tom Holman. And yeah, all hands on deck. Know your privilege. Don't let these people play with you. And if you want to see us, we definitely will be at City Hall all week, though. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Wednesday is the next City Council meeting. That's when Mayor Brandon Johnson will be there, and you will see if they will pass this budget. I don't want them to pass this budget. Ms. Jackson thinks they're going to pass this budget. They probably are. And then if they pass this budget, it is really time to get them out of office. And that's that piece, y'all. Yes, I will. I'll definitely report back on Tom Holman. You know what? I'll try. If it's not too loud, I will. It probably will be late. That's what I'm saying because it's in the evening time. But if I can, I will. If it's not too late, I'll go live. I will. I said I'm gonna get a I'm gonna do one. I'm gonna do a monthly. I think I'm gonna do a monthly YouTube live about Mr. Gregory. So I got you. Yeah, I got you. That's a good idea. Thank you for giving me that idea. So yeah, I got you. All right, I appreciate you. Please like and subscribe, share this, and see you guys later. Appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all that come. There's some people that come all the time, every day. I appreciate it. You know, I could be talking to 20 people. You know, my thing is, as long as the information gets out there, it is getting out there. I am shadow banned because I do talk with some sense, and they don't want that. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. A person talking with some sense, you know, especially a person who is supposed to be for the Democratic Party. You understand? Everything that they say they care about, and I see through all of it, and they don't like that. So that's why I don't have, you know, I don't have as many views as I should have, and that's because I be talking that real, and I'm going to continue to talk that real because at the end of the day, organic followers and organic views are much more important to me than any other views. So, appreciate y'all. Good night.